Bruh. 1 second, my VRChat screen was supposed to come up. That's okay. You'll get the Muppet screen. Or the Muppet capture. Hi, everybody. We're about to do another racing activity. Unfortunately, my throat today, for some reason, is a little more clogged, a little more scratchy than it was yesterday. But you will get the benefit. I went back and looked at the VOD from yesterday's stream, and my apologies. I didn't realize that I had a compressor turned up for this microphone. This mic don't need a compressor on it, so it was clipping a lot. But I think we got that sorted out today. So hopefully it won't be hard to hear me at all, and it certainly won't be blasting your ears. I'm going to pull up the mic just a little bit. I do have a limiter on it, so that shouldn't be a problem. So that is that from yesterday. Yeah, how we doing today? Today we're going to do largely the same as yesterday. We did do some practicing off on the Hiroshima Expressway VRC time attack world. We did a little bit of practice off stream, and I did work out a couple of things here and there. Nothing too crazy, but I'm thinking we're probably going to be doing a better time. But as you can see off to my left here, or my right, your left, we actually have the entry from the leaderboard on kind of clipped out here, so that we always know what we're shooting to get better than, since I might have to leave and rejoin the world, every now and then, for reasons, and we might lose previous runs from today, but we'll always have the time that we're trying to beat top of mind right there. If that gets in the way, I'll move it around, but we'll see. I always have like a couple little overlays here and there on streams, but I never really know where to put them. Speaking of which, we have the yerba over here on the stream right there. I can't move my head. The tracking software isn't capturing it because I have my headset on covering up my eyes, so it doesn't know where my head is. But it's right there. We had a yerba there because we actually have a yerba today. We didn't have one yesterday. Not because I didn't have them around, just I'd already had one before the stream. And those things, high caffeine, so I can't just knock them back like back to back. I gotta have one, enjoy it for, some hours, and then get another one later. But enough of the exposition. Let me pull up a screen for you. This is what you wanted to see. Let me pull my face off of here so that you can see me not twice, but just once. Yeah, I still gotta do my this racing outfit, but as a stream overlay. But hi, hello, we're gonna race, we're gonna do it, we're gonna go so fast. Today the game is to go faster than yesterday, but that's not terribly specific, so let's get specific. What we're going to do today is there is one specific corner that I kept mentioning that I wasn't going to work on yesterday because there was a lot of risk involved with it, that I figured every time I would try something, it would be, helpful to figure out what not to do. But it was likely that most of the things I was going to do wouldn't produce a good result and would end up crashing instead of just like slowing me down or something, and that would ruin the time every time I would do it. So I figured I'll just do something predictable and slow, which, as we talked about, for time attacks, predictable is not necessary. Well, I don't want to say like not I don't want to say that unpredictable behavior is good, but when you're practicing a track like this for consistency, that's usually because you're preparing for a race, like going for position. But since we're going for time, we want to go balls to the wall. At times we might do reckless shit, and that's why yesterday was full of crashes. Today is probably going to be full of crashes as well, because the only thing that matters is getting the lowest time possible. There are no other competitors in the track. It is just us against the clock, so we do wild, crazy stuff. That's the idea. Now, there was one corner yesterday that I kept mentioning that we could go crazy with, but would probably produce crashes more often than not. There are some corners that you can try stuff and they're really forgiving, and it's like if it doesn't work out, then maybe you just lose some time. But this is one where I was like, I'm not even going to touch it today. I'm going to save that for another time because I want to work on easier corners, then come back to this one that I think is just going to be catastrophic. I'm going to show it to you here in a second. Let's go ahead and hop into a car and we'll go locate that thing. Where's our car? Where is our car? There it is. Today we're in the S2000 just like we were yesterday. Let's get in. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. I actually did try a couple other cars yesterday, just to see what we're working with, get an idea of what the other ones handle like. But I'm keeping with this one specifically because all of the times on the leaderboard. Actually, let's go ahead and respawn to the leaderboard, and I'll show you the layout right now, or the layout of the land. Let's head over this way. Alright. Here's the updated leaderboard. As you can see, my name is now on it from yesterday's run. Thank you, Jinte, for pointing that in. But what do you notice? Everyone's using the same car. When I see this, typically what that means is kind of a twofold thing. It could be that people are not being adventurous, which it's not true. A couple of people have been in the GTR. I think there was one time from one of the other cars, making for a total of 3 unique cars in the list as of yesterday, which has since been knocked out of the list. But the other thing that means is that this is now a meta car. People have figured out that, or rather, it could be, I'm not stating authoritatively here, it could be, and often is, that once you start seeing the leaderboard kind of line up just being all one car, it's because people have figured out that one car just happens to be a little bit better than all the rest, and now it's a matter of eking out maybe like 1,000th of a second to beat out the next guy. In this case, there's still a pretty decent difference between each of the times, so we're not quite at that point, I don't think. And in truth, I don't think there's been, there's been a decent amount of competitors, but I don't think that's been, crazy, I feel like, when there gets to be a lot more competition, the times get closer, they get to be within, 2 seconds of each other from top to bottom. Right now, we're seeing, a 25-second difference between 1st and 10th on the PCVR board, so there's plenty of room for new competitors to come in. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna aim to leapfrog my buddy Shio up here, partly because they're great and I'm gonna pick on them a little bit, but also because I really like a 350 time. I feel like I'm capable of a 350, and then from there we'll go for, okay, well, what does it take to get to 348? But we set realistic goals. I think shaving 5 seconds off of our time right now is absolutely realistic from some of the shit I've been pulling. But let's get into the car. Taking off the camera. Let's run back to the teleport board. Then we fly over. Woo. All right. Let me get you some in-world audio. And get the camera back up so that you don't get the bar feed POV. I noticed from yesterday that the way I'd positioned the camera didn't show quite enough of the road. No, that's too fisheye. We're gonna fisheye, but not like that much. Yeah, I want to show more of the road, a little bit less of me, because all you're gonna see is my hands and my hair flying around anyway. But before we actually get onto the road, everybody knows one does not simply drive fast. One must have music to drive fast. I got here a mix from Serial 15, my sorta buddy. He's my son, actually. He's one of my kids. I got a few kids, but he's my son. And I've been raising him a little bit. He's wild, you know. He's at that rebellious teen phase, except he's in his mid-20s. But he just played a boiler room set of Hybrid Trap and Hard Jersey Club at PSHQ Boiler Room yesterday. So, I don't know what any of them genre mix-ups mean, but we're going to listen to it. Let me make sure I got the volume up, because I want to hear it too. Paw Job FM. Thanks, Serial. That's a great intro for the drive. All right, we're gonna drive this shit. Let's go. Oh no, wait. I didn't turn on the time attack thing. There's supposed to be a teleport over there. Here, let me balance the audios real quick. There we go. As long as I can hear it. Here we are. Next race button. Then we go teleport. It's like we never left. Alright. Now you have the green arrow there. That's the teleport that gets us onto the track. Alright, so we're going to do a little warm-up lap here. Barely a lap. Specifically to lift up the corner that I wanted to show you. We'll get over there quick. It's like 40% of the way through the course. We'll just drive over there real quick. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Don't worry, we're like almost there. Oh. This is a corner that I want to work, but I think I mentioned yesterday, like, I think I got a technique for it. It's just like every now and then I mess it up, so I'm not like stressed about it. It ain't like this next one, or rather the one that, oh, we're not up on it just yet. Hold on, I thought it was closer. That car right there, that's the GTR. The green one that was just kind of parked on the side of the road there. I got to drive that one yesterday, but unfortunately the engine sound is insanely unpleasant to listen to. And like, I don't think it was 6 cylinders supposed to sound like that. And its top speed is really low, surprisingly. So this right here is the corner that I was talking about yesterday, the one that I wanted to avoid. It has a hill at the corner entry, and then a pretty tight corner for how fast we're going to be taking it. And then it goes right up another hill onto a long straight. So on its own, it shouldn't be crazy. The thing that makes it wild, of course, is that the elevation gain and then a sudden elevation drop right, let's see, right about here. Gives you a little air gap between the tires and the road, which means you basically have to negotiate the turn in for the corner before you can even physically see the corner. Like, we see the lights right about here. And this is about when the turn has to start. That's what I didn't want to sort out yesterday. Instead, what I did was I literally just slowed down the car so that I hit the ground a little bit sooner, right about here, and then just turned it really hard. And I found that if I kept a little bit of throttle input, we're talking like 20-30%, and kept it in a high gear, that the car would stabilize well enough to keep it off of this barrier on the right. But we were absolutely bleeding speed because of it, since typical track approach rules still apply here. You want to prioritize good exits from corners onto long straights. And basically what I was doing was guaranteeing that my lowest speed in that corner was going to be way too low. Because, like, if we start at a higher speed here, we can take advantage of all that real estate there to push it even faster. And this is a fast corner, followed by a slightly slower but still fast corner, right? And then getting down into this one. Like, all of that is real estate that I was wasting. So that's what we're going to work on today. And we're going to go get a respectable time off of it. Does that sound like a plan for everybody? Let me pull up my chat window so that I can actually make sure we're not missing anything. Alright, it helps if you actually have the chat window loaded. I didn't have it loaded at all, so if there was anything in there, I missed it. But let's get on the road, let's get to going, let's do the thing. Let me do one last audio check, because I'm not going to be able to check it while I'm driving. Okay. Alright, we should be able to hear the music and able to hear me. We should be in good shape now. Let's hit it. In fact, you know what I'll do? I'm going to actually spin myself around, and then we're going to continue on this this lap, even though our time is already insanely bad, because we've just been kind of messing around. But we're going to take it as the warm-up lap, you know, remind ourselves what all the turns are, what comes up after what. Like this one, I remember we specifically aimed to take this one in a high gear instead of a lower gear. We might even try and push it like going really fast with a lower gear today. But I like that it's really stable with the higher gear, but I feel like I do actually lose a little bit of speed there. You can actually kind of see it on the rev band too, like it should be pretty intuitive, like looking at the UI from your perspective, but the bar that lights up blue, yellow, and now red next to the gear number tells you where you are on your rev band, right? So what I'm thinking is, whenever I'm taking that long carousel turn, I'm in 6th gear and I start it in the red, but then eventually I bleed enough speed to get down into the yellow, which tells me we're still technically in an optimal part of the rev band there, but we could probably push it with 5th gear. Like that might be more suited for that corner. But hey, one thing at a time. We got technically 2 corners to work today. I think that's a good goal to shoot for. I think in spite of yesterday's stream, where I was quite chatty, I'm going to try not to be so chatty today, because my throat's not really feeling it. I took some Dayquil. But I'm not feeling it. I mean, like me, I'm feeling it, but my throat's not feeling it, so. Alright, let's do one good lap to get ourselves started for today. finding that a little bit of throttle input there is good, not too much. Damn, that was the smoothest I've ever come out that corner. Oh man. I might have to just come back and work this one again. I've said, oh, it's not a problem, it's not a problem. And here, I haven't been able to stick it either time that I've attempted it today. Yeah, hitting that checkpoint at a 104, basically 105, I think is not going to be competitive. Car is crying right now. Alright, let's try this. Oh. Oh my god. Well, that didn't work out so well. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think that's how the car is supposed to sit. Alright, let's rerun it. Oh my god. Let me see. There we go. Well, I guess we just have to keep driving it to reset the time. Or I guess since we hopped out the car, the time trial's already over. That's alright, we'll practice it. We'll practice the back half of the course then. I will say the back half is definitely my favorite half of the course. The front half is where all the hard stuff is. But like getting into this and everything after is fun to me. Yeah, see, like, if you notice, switching down into 5th gear, it started, of course, in the red because I was over revving it, but it actually did drop just from my, just scrubbing speed by getting in that little drift there. It actually did drop down into the yellow part of the 5th gear rev band, so that tells me it's probably the better gear to use in that corner for keeping up speed. But I feel that the car does get squirrely there. Oh my god, I found all the barriers. So yeah, it'll just be kind of feeling that out. Now that one's getting locked in. Like, I haven't had no problem since I've been taking that in a higher gear, and I don't feel like I need to downshift for it. I don't feel like I'm losing any crazy speed there. So I'm pretty solid about the second carousel there. I feel like this kind of music is kind of funny for this kind of activity. Because it's not fast. I like fast beats when I'm Alright, let's do it fresh. Starting it off at 291 kilometers an hour. Very smooth. A little bit of throttle input on that one. I can definitely get that more solid. Ah! As long as you don't flip the car, it's okay. We can do inefficient stuff like that as long as we actually finish. Just for now, and then when we go for our ultimate best time, then it'll be like no excuses. Alright, we saved 17 seconds off of that? That seems... just, oh, right, because my first time was when we were kind of fucking around. Yeah, hitting that at 58 seconds, that's not bad, considering what we've done in the past. Alright, what do we got here? Ah, yeah, I remember this one. Very smooth. Oh, man. So, that one I did try to start the turn ever so slightly before that hill, but I also used a little bit of braking. I'm not sure if I went too light on both fronts, because the car was definitely not turning enough. I'm thinking like I might actually need to like still scrub speed coming off of that hill, but like I need to figure out how little I can get away with, basically how little of a slowdown I can get away with. Because what I'm thinking is that I still need some real estate in the corner to slide the car to slow it, you know? And I think like where the car was landing there was definitely like there's no way I'm going to be able to like prevent myself from hitting a barrier if I'm going sideways that quickly. Like I need to land sooner so that I can get the car to slide sideways for a little bit longer and be able to control it before it hits a barrier. No way, dude. Throwaway run. Try something here. I'm gonna do some flat. Yeah. I think when we take that one at speed, we've had trouble going flat through there, but alright, that was didn't need to slow quite that much. Alright, let's see what we got. Gripping the index controller real hard now. I need to get out of that habit because that makes my hands tired and it makes my steering really like coarse instead of fine, and then I start making really stupid mistakes. As the kids say nowadays, I'm not locking it in when that happens. Alright, so we're starting the day with a 4:15. Oop, we missed the checkpoint. I talked about that a bunch yesterday, that it's possible to miss the checkpoint if you come flying in too quickly. Okay. Sometimes you get stuck on a barrier. Alright, don't mind that. We're gonna get ourselves turned around here. I'm actually going to start us back here. A little bit of extra speed. As long as we're hitting that like 280, 290 kilometers an hour, I think that's good for a run. Alright, how that POV? Everything looking okay? Let's go. At about 268. I think that'll be fine. Oh, well. Okay, I guess we need to brake a little bit longer before the first turn. Reset. Alright, let's start from here. Let's get a yerba. Stay fresh. Alright, starting 275. Alright, that's a little bit more braking. Pretty smooth. I think last time I hit the brake super hard on turn 2 there. So I got that corrected. Here I actually floated the car a little bit too much to the left and then touched that barrier. But I did start flattening that out really good, so we don't have to use as much turning input, as much steering input. Make it nice and solid. Let's get this one. Yeah, very nice. I'm gripping the steering wheel a little too hard again. Let's ease up a little. Keep it out here. Nice long and straight. Very smooth. Ooh, we did a little throw the weight of the car around there. I don't think that helped us too much. Like, we stayed off the barrier, but we're going pretty fucking slow right now. But that's what practice is about. Try different stuff. We lived, and we might come away with a better time because of it. So far, save 5 seconds off what we did previously. Gonna have to do a lot more than that though. Oh. Yeah, this one you gotta hit kind of tight. There we go. Very nice. Alright, let's miss these barriers, eh? 1 inch target, 1 inch margin of error. Alright, so last time we took that one flat, but we had also lost a lot of speed from hitting the barrier. That time I had to push the brake a little bit, keep it controlled. Oh, shit. Well, that don't help us. What happened there? I'm gonna blame the music, it threw me off. Full send. We did that totally flat all the way through there. I think usually I lift on the throttle a little bit in that segment. Not this time, man. We got big balls to do. Alright, 409. Starting it over 240. Pretty smooth. There we go, we actually kept up the speed on that one. Woof! Oh my lord, not again. I have a tendency whenever the card gets into a really good slide, if it does the like littlest bit of wobble, I like sort of panic and then try to correct it the other way, and then I end up just like shaking the car around. And this one is like, it's very easy to tilt it left or right. It's very easy to bounce it around, but that's a disadvantage when you're going at speed, because at speed you're unstable. So you need to be really like that. Perfect, right? Perfect. But if I start going back and forth and shit, you just fucking lose it. Wow. Nasty. Not good. So that time I was trying to pull off speed so that I could focus more on getting a deeper turn by the time I land after that little hill. But I think I'm going back into the previous method that I used, where basically I just like get it so slow that it, oh my lord. Well, I guess that one's a throwaway run. Where even are we? We found a sports stadium. No idea, guys. Let's reset real quick. Rough. Alright. Let's get a drink. Let me check my phone real quick. Hold on. Yeah, somebody pinging me.
Want a break from the ads? If you tap now to watch a short video,
Man,
you'll receive 30
cereal.
minutes of ad-free music.
How dare you put that in the mix?
Yes, really. If you tap now to watch a short video, you'll receive 30 minutes of ad-free music.
Oh, I gotta take a picture for 2TD. He's picking on me about my mint yerba appreciation again. There we go. 2 seconds. I am picking up Chip from the airport in a few hours, so I need to make sure I know where I'm going. Alright, business sorted. Let's drive. You know, technically, having the headlights on does actually lose you a little bit of latency, or gains you some latency on processing, because I think they are real-time lights, and since this is a daytime map, you don't need that. But I think that only comes up whenever you have actually like heavy processing happening already, like you have other people in the world with you and other cars moving. So there's like stuff for it to interact with that isn't just the static map. And since it's just us, like I turn them on a lot. Just depends on what I'm feeling. I want the realism of the lit up dashboard and all that. Okay, so that corner right there, I think, is a classic example of if you start your turn poorly, like if you don't start it way out here, then you can't get it tight to the apex, and then you end up biffing it. So like you see how there, like the last few times I've done that, I've just biffed it against the barrier, and just now we did it fine. But like if you cut it too close to the center of the track, as people are wont to do, then you don't leave yourself enough room on the exit basically for the speed that you're carrying, and then you end up wrecking or just taking in a suboptimal line. So I think for a lot of these, I just need to like remember to start them really far out, because it's easy for me to forget that since we're not on a like it is a closed course, but it's not a classic circuit, right? It looks to me like a roadway. I drive it like a roadway. So we just lost all of our speed from that accident there, so I'm not going to be able to practice this corner any meaningful way. But we can take a second, since we're already slow, like we can take a second to turn around and like look at it, I guess, and see if we can glean any info. Like maybe I can apply what I was just talking about here actually, because whenever I come up through here, I'm not on one side of the track or the other. I literally take it like straight down through here. I go right through the middle. But if we're applying track logic here, optimally we would want to start it from over here, right? That gets us really close to the barrier, which of course we're scared of right now, so we're trying to avoid it. But if we were able to go that far out to start, I think this is a late apex corner, so technically it would apex like right about here. And then we would fly all the way out through here. None of which we do, of course. So I think because of that hill though, we're not going to be able to do that like textbook. We're not going to be able to go all the way out to the edge like that and then try and do the turn-in and everything. Because we're already so close to the barrier, whenever we start landing from that little hop. So if we were to go like, oh, I'm coming up, and then try to turn. Okay, well, at that speed we have enough turning radius to work with. Let me hit that again, just less extremely. So you come flying up, we're out to the left, start the turn. So that would be like ideal case. at that speed, but we're going to be going a lot faster. Unless we actually don't need to go that fast through this corner. Because, like, if we're able to hit a tight enough drift, then we could probably cut through it faster. Certainly can. Ooh. Damn. I feel like I turned the wheel like 20%, and I thought that was like really light, but from what we just saw, that was actually a really deep turn. Let's start it from back here, actually. I want to get a little bit more realistic speed. Ooh. Alright, so that one I was riding the brake pretty hard. We did not hit an apex. Did hit a barrier. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's just so tight to try and throw a whole ass drift through there. But I think that's probably going to be the move. We just have to figure out the one way to do it. Yeah, because, like, what even are we gonna do? Do it like this? Do it flat? Ooh, okay. So that was no brakes, full throttle, and just turning it. And we did hit a barrier, which makes that a risky play, but, like, we bumped the barrier. We didn't lose control of the car, which is fine. Like, obviously that's... Jesus. It's undesirable to do that. Oh god, so barfy. It's undesirable to do that because you're giving up speed by doing that. But I'm not as concerned about that. I'm concerned about if it's not stable. Like, you saw how we bumped it once, we were just fine. We bumped it again, we go flying off the course. Like, we can't have unpredictability like that. Alright, let's take it back. Let's try some stuff. Alright, you guys aren't too wet from falling in the water, right? Or I guess we didn't fall in the water. You're not too jostled from me dumping you off the side of a bridge, right? Because, hey man, that would have jostled me too. Jostle my jimmies. Remember when Rustle My Jimmies was a thing? They don't say that no more. Alright, let's start back here. A little bit more speed this time. 280. I feel like I'm not quite gripping the steering wheel right. Like I never grip it in the center. Like, if you start your hand gripping the steering wheel like this is your center point, right? But if you start it straight up and down, that's your center point. And I keep getting it like at a funny angle where like my wrist is a little bit tilted in a way that I don't want, and that messes me up because I don't keep my wrist straight up and down. I keep it like ever so slightly tilted to one side, and I don't like that. That's where all of my comfortability comes from. So if it's like a little bit too far to the left, a little bit too far to the right, then I don't feel like I'm right at home. And it's kind of hard to correct. I basically just have to let go of the steering wheel whenever I'm on straight and then try to correct it. But it's very much based off of feeling, and when that happens while I'm going at speed, because I try to hold the steering wheel once and never let go of it, it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes I have to let go and re-grab it. Just that little bit messes me up. That little bit of difference messes me up, and then I have to try and correct it while I'm driving. Like even right now, I'm a little bit like, I don't think that's totally on center. And when you're doing it at speed, it's very like nerve-wracking. It's hard to get it corrected. That's certainly better than it was. What was the lowest minimum speed that we carried through there? I think just now we did like 235, but I think we've taken that faster before. There's that wobbling I was talking about. I think something that helps counterintuitively is doing a little like steering wheel wiggle, basically. I call it fishing for grip because I'd seen one guy who does a lot of sim racing stuff on YouTube. He had mentioned it, that it was something that he was doing when he was getting used to a new car on a track that he had never driven before, or like he had seen it in a sim racing situation, but or in a sim racing race, but like he drove it a lot there, but he'd never driven it in person, and he was in an IRL race car, IRL track, and he was trying to figure out like how's the car and the track interacting. And he did this thing where, like, in the corner, he'd basically just wiggle the steering wheel some instead of just, like, setting it at one angle and leaving it. So I use that every now and then. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, no, man. I tried to take it full throttle. I let up a little bit, and, yeah, I didn't do the turn when I needed to. God damn it. Alright, so maybe we'll try doing the turn even sooner next time. Because like we're nowhere near the apex, we're definitely on the outside of the corner there, and I think that might be kind of a hint as to the right approach to it, is to start pushing it towards the apex even sooner, even though we have a hill to go up over. Anyway, yeah, like fishing for grip, like basically just doing this, wiggling the wheel, and as long as it's not too much, you're not like destabilizing the car, but in a funny way, like it averages out to make the car very stable, I'm finding. In certain situations it makes things worse, but in others it's like the key to getting the car to drive really, really well, even through a corner where it's not symmetric. And by that what I mean is like your initial steering input is not going to be the same as your final steering input whenever you're going through the corner. Like literally it might be a spiral, like going tighter as it goes, or you know, opening up more. Ooh, that one we almost took flat just now. That's pretty nice. I think we've recovered all the speed that we lost from earlier, so I can't say that that's like, oh, it's just because it's slower. Wow, saved 10 seconds. Holy shit. I'm not sure how we did that considering the mess up what we had earlier, but I'll take it, man. I'm actually really curious what kind of time we're about to do. We gonna send it. Taking a gate. Bye. That was full throttle. And top speed, I think. Yeah, top speed. Finish clean. White flag, that means this is the final lap. Oh, 4 minutes, that's fucking terrible, bro. That's alright, do it again, do it again. Damn, cereals mix, like, it's playing some old ass shit. Oh, now I'm getting distracted, fuck. Okay, so the lowest speed we just did there was 220, so we know that 235 is our current best. Oh no. I think I hucked it a little too hard there. So this is another practice run, this will be another throwaway. So let's try some stuff. So this one I think might be an opportunity for us to work later, because we do lose a lot of speed there to keep that a really tight turn. But also because I've messed it up so many times, I have a trigger shy response to it, that I always drop speed really bad. And I'm thinking like anytime I have a situation like that, I always just assume like, yeah, there's probably something I'm giving up there to get stability, but I'm giving up time to do it. And that's something I could work on later, you know? Because as long as I have a way to get through each corner, that's fine. To get started, because it gives me something to iterate on. Like through here, yesterday. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Let's talk about this one real quick. So this one I just got like workable yesterday, and then just said, all right, that's fine, you know. And we were able to post our record lap with our kind of hamstrung approach that was replicable. It was safe, just not very fast, and that was fine. We still posted a fast time with it, but now we're iterating on it. This is what this looks like. So we're just gonna break it down and like pick it apart, figure out what does and doesn't work. So where we're at right now, just to kind of close on that, I basically take that approach with every corner, and then as I like get really good with one, I'll move on to another one that gives me that feeling of like, yeah, I'm doing something like safe, but what time am I giving up? And then I start breaking it apart and then just digging into it, try different stuff. But I do it one corner at a time, and I basically just do that based off of the ones that scare me the most. And this is the one that's scaring me the most, because this shit, I have like a 10% success rate with this. And by success rate, I mean not hitting a barrier. Let's see. So just now, I tried to do this. Turn, full throttle, no brake. Oh, very wobbly, but oh god. Okay, so that's possible. What speed did we take that at? Because that was definitely not at full speed. But what we may have to do is like a combination hamstrung method of like, yeah, we previously dropped a lot of speed to make it really safe, and we want to go real fast. We want to avoid dropping speed if we can. But I think our compromise here is that we might drop it to a specific speed that we know that we can hit, which we haven't done before. Like, I haven't been paying attention to what speed I'm hitting that at. Which is why we're about to do it right here. What we might do is, like, actually on the run, we might drop our speed down to, we're doing 240, and we're able to keep it solid. Okay, so if we, in an actual run, basically, like, intentionally break down to 240 right before we hit that turn, and then we hit that turn as we're coming up over the hill, then we don't need to, like, that gives us something to start with, and then I can push it to, like, can I do 242? Can I do 245? You know, like, approach it like that. And the main thing is that I want to get down to simplifying what I'm doing after we get into the corner. Right now, we're kind of all over the place. We do a little bit of braking, we lift on the throttle, we do some steering input. I want to get it down to just, we are full throttle and steering. No brakes once we come up over the hill. So let's do it third time to make it true. We're gonna try and hit it at 240 kilometers an hour. Just make it really smooth. Okay, 240 on the out. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well we have to hit it straight though. I was turned, so I ended up hitting the barrier collider there. And do it again. Brain rain. Okay, once again, 240. We're going to focus on hitting it straight. And we're going to do it from the side here, going a little fast. Ugh. Very sensitive steering, Jesus. That's okay, we'll make a muscle memory for it. Itchy nose while racing is the worst. Okay, we're not straight. Now we're straight turn. Ooh, okay, so I think I need to kind of dial in a lower steering input because we hit this hill 232 kilometers per hour and we still spun it out, and I think my steering was like super hard. So let's do a little bit less. I'm gonna try and pay attention to what steering I'm giving it. Okay, keep it straight. Let's do it 230 actually. Ooh, okay, so we went a little bit lighter, but then we ended up hitting the barrier on the outside. This is exactly what I was worried about yesterday. Like, I start trying different stuff and I get wildly different results just with very slight changes on the inputs. Oh! Forgot that was there. Jesus. That was the jump scare of the day. My K-turns are the best. Alright, once again, we're going to try and do it 240. I'm going to try and do it full throttle. Why not? Keep it straight. Full throttle turn. Yeah, okay. You know what I think it might be then? Yesterday I talked a bunch about having learned some stuff about weight management of cars in VRC racing worlds, and that it does have the realistic property that if you hit the throttle in a rear-wheel drive vehicle, that you're going to put weight on the back, which can help to stabilize cars that are prone to stepping out, like that they won't. Oh, damn it, jump scared me again. That you can help control them before they get into a spin. And I did mention that a couple of times I had spun the car on this corner. And I think what I was doing in those situations was that I wasn't going full throttle. So maybe the weight was too far forward. We go over the hill. And we basically just shot ourselves in the foot with that. So let's full throttle. Not even look at my speed. Okay, well that was a little... It felt controlled, but now we're back to having the problem of we're going too fast. I think I was doing that one at 248 kilometers an hour off the hill. That we're going too fast to have our drift slow us down before we hit the outside barrier. So So let's bring it back once, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cheese the placement of the corner entry a little bit. I'm going to do that same thing, full throttle, not looking at my speed. Start the turn in on the hill, but I'm actually going to start us off the barrier here. Right here, full throttle. Oh my lord. That was actually a good oh my lord, because it felt stable. Like I didn't feel like the car was going uncontrolled. So I think that might actually be the strat. We have to figure out how to take this corner full throttle. I'm not gonna up my speed no more. Oh my god. Jesus. I'm a mess right now, man. I only sipped 3 times on my yerba this stream. That's why I'm a mess. Alright. I'll hit my yerba after this, but here's what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna start this turn on the inside instead of on the outside. This is gonna challenge all my sensibilities from the track. Watch this, ready? Holy shit! Oh my god, that might actually be the move. Did you see that? So we still hit the outside barrier, but we actually got some slide in there. We got a little bit of time on the slide, and we did kind of turn it hard too. So dude, what I might have to do, god damn it, I legit keep forgetting those like red and white barriers are right there, and I'm like, oh, I got some track to use there. Dude, that's actually legit. If we can take that full throttle and just send it like that, we're gonna save ourselves easily the 5 seconds that we're missing to get a 350 time. Here, let's try this again. So we're gonna keep it to the right for corner entry. Hard turn, full throttle. Here. Okay, well, we didn't start the turn soon enough. Alright, that's a yerba break time. Ugh. What do you think, guys? This is riveting. This is what race practice looks like. It's yours. Blah, blah, blah. Good yerba. Alright. Oh, wait. Grab my camera, I grab the steering wheel at the same time. Man. I'm really trying to position the camera and drive at the same time. Yeah. Let's get it. Alright, do it again. I'm gonna try and do something that doesn't feel right, but might be the ticket here. I'm going to anticipate this corner by doing everything we did before except start the turn right there. Okay. So that's what I feel should happen, is I start the turn before I see the corner actually coming up on me, and then I hit a wall. Yeah. But what I'm thinking is that if I time that perfectly, I start the turn before we come off the hill, and then we land already having turned the car. Anticipate the corner. I mean, if we're gonna do that, we could actually take it probably. Oh, we're swimming. Yeah, I was gonna say, if we're gonna do that approach, we could probably actually approach this in the middle of the track instead of being one side or the other. But now I'm wondering, we just tried it from the middle of the track and we saw that we didn't have enough room to play with. So what if we go back out to the outside of the track? Like we're still trying to grip turn it. Swimming, Jesus. Okay. I think that barrier bump that I just did slowed us down, so that's probably not a good indicator of what we're capable of doing there. So let's rerun it. It'd be kind of fun if this course had a reverse course. Like reverse checkpoints. A lot of these courses have that. This doesn't sound like Serial's Mix anymore. Hold on. Ah, because it's not. Hold on, I got another mix we can listen to. Bring that back. I'm a little bit in a liquid D&B mood anyway. Ikra Woodgraves, Chimp, hey everybody. You reminded me to go grab a drink more yerba. Chimp, I'm gonna fly right now. Tell me you love me. I love you, Chimp. Let me text Chimp real quick. Clyde, what time will you be going to the function? Do you want to get food before? I might not have time for getting food, depending on when I pick up Chimp from the airport. I'm thinking I'm gonna land like right before 7. Terrell's texted me saying, you need to learn how to drive, fella. Keck. I'm gonna punch you, bro. Let me text you real quick. Alright. Chimp's on the way. Icar's in the chat. Woodgraves was or is still in the chat. Ripperoni pizza. Y'all watching the most riveting race practice content, which is me practicing a single corner over and over. Wait, let me make sure my world line's good. Y'all want to hear the engine? Anyway, I was listening to Serial's Mix from PSHQ yesterday. Because I was curious how trapping. Okay. Alright, let's do that one again. We're working things out, don't worry. But I was curious how Serial's Mix would go there, and then it went into a Porter Robinson song or mix. I didn't recognize it, but I was like, chill out SoundCloud, I want to hear some Liquid D&B now. So now we're listening to the last back-to-back that I did with my buddy AG. We've now done 3 Liquid back-to-backs. And I think we're going to do another one here soon. Once we get some stuff sorted out. I got a bunch of stuff going on right now, so I gotta... That candle's burning. So what's happening today? What's everybody doing? Why is everybody watching me doing race practice today? Surely there's something more interesting happening. Like maybe Nurture 3. Oh god. Hold on. Turn it. Full throttle. Oh my god. Okay. So that would have worked if I hadn't used such deep steering. But I feel like I kind of have to. So let's see if we can find what the sweet spot is for that. So we know that the throttle input needs to be full. The car is very stable when that happens. The positioning, I have been trying to keep it middle of the track instead of to one side or the other, but I'm thinking I probably need to take it to one side. Like to get us enough room to start the turn early. And that'll be the stable thing to do. Because for those who weren't around to hear my like long-winded explanation of how I'm thinking about this corner is kind of hard because it would be nominal if it was flat, but it's not flat, it's hilly. Like look at this, the car fucking jumps right here. Watch this. Yeah. Problem is you can't steer a car when it's flying, so you can't use like normal track sensibilities here. You have to start the turn, or rather you have to start turning the car before we get off the hill because it needs to already be rotating in the air. And then my hope is that since we're trying to go fast, because it says a time attack, we're trying to go as fast as humanly possible. What we want to do is we want to avoid braking and slowing ourselves down as we get to the hill. We want to figure out how to slow ourselves down mid-corner. So that's why I keep flying on the hill and then slamming the car into the barrier on the outside. Because what I'm trying to do is get the car to slide sideways to lose speed without having to give it up from the engine, right? Because previously what I was doing was I would brake, slow it right down before I get to the hill, then turn in, like do it really stable, real fine, no crashes, no nothing. But then we lose a lot of time because of it. So if we do this, balls to the wall. Woo! Like that! Almost, guys, almost. Alright, so that's not it. That's not quite it. What do we need to do different here? That time I was like, where was I positioning the car? Like right about here on this white line here, right? Start the turn. I probably just need to start the turn sooner, but instead of starting it on the inside of the track, I need to start on the outside. But we also would need a better angle. Ooh, this might actually help us some. We would need a better angle to avoid the outside barrier whenever we're turning in because it is really tight. We might approach it like this, literally like instead of straight, and then do like that, if that makes sense. That might be the stable thing. Let's try that. I know it's only a matter of time. No, it takes 4 or 5 seconds, we're about to crash. We're sinking into the barrier. Trying to do this corner without slow. I can parody the songs in this part of the set because this is my half of the set. Alright, let's do it again. So we're going to try something different. Every time we've done this, we've tried to approach it straight, just positioning the car differently on the track. We know that it has to be full throttle. We're not changing that. The steering is kind of like, I'm just feeling it out, man. But let's do this from an angle. We go out. In, oh, shit. Okay. Jesus. I guess we don't do that. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. Alright, let's try that again. We gotta get that stable. I'll look at the chat in a second. I need to focus on getting this tried. I've almost gone through all of the branches of like things that I want to try through here. I don't want to lose any. Because if I start retrying stuff that I've done before, then it's like, oh, are we spending our time well by retreading the same ground? Okay, bring it in, ease off the throttle, back on the throttle. Full throttle here, turn. Alright, a couple of problems with that one. I definitely didn't bring that at the speed that I wanted, and the strategy is full throttle going up the hill, and I ended up wobbling it, so I got off the throttle, lost the speed, and then, yeah, the experiment had too many variables, basically. Let's try that again, a little bit more stable. Okay, off the throttle, back on throttle, straight, turn. Yeah, dude. Okay. Alright, so aside from my biffing it right against there, since I wasn't totally under, like, feeling where the car was going to land, we're most of the way through the corner there, so all we have to do is clean that up. Let me take a look. I think I was hitting this hill at like 230 kilometers an hour. And I really want to hit it at 240. I know we can do 240. Once we get that solid, I'm just going to run that. And then we'll do a run with it, with that strategy. And that'll probably get us a new record. I mean, it would have to. Like, we were going so slow through there previously, and we still put a record on the board. Let's do a respectable one. Let me break through here a little bit, actually. I need the car to stay stable whenever I set this up. Right, oh, fuck. We're threading the needle, dude, I swear. Because we need to, like, come up this way. Let me turn the car. Can I do this one flat? No, I can do that one flat. No, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? What did the car bounce on? It sounded like I hit a barrier, but it felt like I just hit this bump right here. Yeah, I must have done that bump. So we can take them corners leading up to the hill. Full throttle, but we gotta do something to stabilize the car before we hit that little pivot thing. Brakes to stabilize. Oh, that's fucking. Fuck. So that one we took it at like 220. And I know for sure that we've done that corner at 220 before. I don't need to practice that as like a plan B. I know we can do it. Ah! Turn ourselves around. Alright, I think I'm trying to like solve too many things at once. Let's not change how we're doing these corners. I'll take these a little bit easy. As long as I get to 240 before the hill, that's fine. We can always come back and do this later. And, oh my god, what's going on? My steering was full. Oh no. Well, we're drowning, everybody. We're drowning. Woo! Liquid D&B in more senses than one. That's so stupid. Let's have a yerba break, everybody. I'm gonna look at the chat. My hands hurt and my wrist is stiff. Blah. Who we got? Oh, it's Shio. What up, buddy? Trying to sneakily steal some techniques from you. No, don't steal my techniques. I'm trying to steal them from you. Legit. Now's a great time for me to actually spot you in chat. We've targeted you as the time to beat. Specifically, I feel I can do a 350, and you have a 350 on the board, homie. Coming for you. Get ready to get the horn attack. You're getting the horn attack. See that? This is my horn attack. Horn attack. Horn attack. Horn attack. That's what I'm gonna call it every time I beat somebody's time. I horn attacked Jackaboy, Avro Wolf, and Dubu Trash. Big respect to them, but like they got horn attacked already. Yo, next. Alright, let's go. Let's do it again. Hickory, you better be setting up some gas on that USB. I don't know what kind of DMB you got. I know you got hot shit. I'm gonna play. I'm legit like. If everything works out, like I hope they're not gonna have like too many people trying to spin, kind of thing. But again, like I'm not involved with the event, so like I'm just coming through to meet the dude and see how it goes, you know. So we're all gonna be learning together at like how this is gonna go. But I'm definitely gonna be like bringing chill D&B. I'm not trying to do anything hard. Like I'll feel it out, but I want to play what my heart wants, you know. This is what my heart wants. Only did single digit damage. Shut up, Shio. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you with my horn. Alright, we're gonna go back and practice that corner, so this isn't gonna be a full run. Oh, I forgot to turn on my headlights. Gotta have the mojo. I was telling people I like to have the headlights on even when, like, technically I think it costs you performance, like the latency might increase, per frame. But I like to have the dashboard lit up. I don't know what it is. I don't like it being all dark. It's like I'm driving a car that's dying on me. Which, scary enough, I actually did have happen once. I was driving a truck way back in the day. As my daily driver. Alternator goes out. No big deal. Get it replaced. All gravy, right? Well, they put in a bad alternator and didn't know it, of course, sent me out. And I'm going home. Well, let me think, what initially happened? Like, the car just wasn't starting one day. Winter treated it roughly or something, I don't know. The truck wasn't starting up, so have it towed, get a new alternator in it. Everything's gravy, she can jump right back to life. And on this new one, I'm driving it home from work, and legit, the dash is starting to dim as I'm watching it. The blinker is starting to blink slower, and it's clicking like quieter. And I'm like, what the actual fuck is going on? Come to find out, the alternator was dying because they got a bad one. All right, watch this, watch this, watch this. We're gonna hit this from the side. Turn. Woo! Damn. All right, if I can clutch that up and keep it from overcorrecting into the inside barrier, we might actually have that. And I noticed we hit that hill at 250 km/h. I only need to hit it at 240 to do better than my previous time. So let's run that back. What's great about here is good. Tune up this song. So good. Alright, I don't even remember what we did for these corners. I was telling a story. Off to the side, no wobble, turn it. I got trigger shy with how we hit the inside barrier last time, and I turned it easier this time. Exactly what I was afraid of with this one. That this corner was just gonna take like a lot of attempts, and I was gonna try a lot of stuff that wasn't going to work out, and every time it ends in a wreck instead of just slowing me down, you know? So it's like you have to take the time out of the day to work on a specific corner. You can't just do it casually on different runs. Like this one here, I think is probably a good example. Like this one I've taken flat, this one I'm taking with a little bit of throttle input right now. I'm not sure what's the best way to do it, but either way, in, out, in. We'll figure it out, guys. Don't worry. We're just gonna keep crashing. But yeah, like these fast corners, they're really forgiving. So like you can try a bunch of different stuff, and you know it's not catastrophic to your run. But the one that I keep crashing into right now, like that one, I really want to dial that one in. And you can't just do it casually. Alright, stable. Out, in, turn it. Nah, man, nah. See, I need to start that further out. That time I took it mid-track, and it didn't leave us enough room from mid-corner to exit. In fact, our mid-corner was literally in the barrier. That's why I keep trying to like float the car off to the side there. I'll talk to her a little bit on this next one. I'll go over my previous strategies and my existing strategy so it'll make sense as to what we're trying and why. Ugh, I'm already seeing the frame drops. I feel like after I run this for like an hour and a half, I start getting frame drops. Office starts heating up, computer's all hot. Alright, so here's my thinking. We go out a little bit here so that we get a little bit more turning angle from just like that. Yeah. So basically what we do is normally what you'd want to do in a corner like that, as some of you folks are well aware, you start out, you bring it in, you float it back out, right? So corner entry, you're on the outside, our corner is way the fuck over there. We floated out, or rather we started it outside, we come into the apex really, really tight. The apex here would be back here, so it'd be right about here, bump the barrier, that's where the apex would be. And then to get the most speed, you float the car back out to the right side of the track, right? The difficulty with this one, of course, is that this is not a flat corner. There's a hill there, and you can't turn the car in the air. You have to turn it while your tires are making contact with the ground. So effectively what you have to do is you have to start your turn sooner than you normally would, and getting the right angle is what's getting me all messed up. So that's why I'm starting to float it out to the side there, because if it was all flat, I wouldn't have to start so far out. I could literally just go like in a normal corner from the edge of like where that white line is, kind of thing. But here, there you go. I didn't see what speed I was taking that at. Did you guys see that? What speed did I come off that hill at? It didn't feel like it was 240 because I think I was kind of goofing around before the hill, so I probably lost too much speed. But That's our target. But yeah, we basically just have to start a really hard turn, harder than makes sense for my normal corner attacking sensibilities, just to survive it. Tell me what you want, if you're gonna be mine, you know, lost in your body. Shout out my man AG with the fucking banger track selections for all the D&B sets we've done. We'll steal that motherfucking crate, I tell you what. I did it yesterday. We played Ramen Cult Collective. A bunch of them songs in that set. It was literally ones I just took from his playlist. Out, in. Trying to. Oh! Yeah. The sensitivity on that is insane. Like I did get a turn in here. I did get an angle, but I didn't start it way out there. You can barely see my hand. I didn't start way out here where I needed to. I started it like through here, which is it's too shallow of an angle, so you don't get a good turn in. Let me hit it one more time. I'll take a quick yerba break, check the chat, see what happened. See who's yelling at me, being like, "Do this, do this." Fucking Terrell's already telling me that I need to learn how to drive. I saw that, man. I am learning to drive. This is what it looks like. I'm practicing. I'm gonna go so fast, man. I just want to be one of the fastest in all the VRCC worlds. Alright, let's do this. Stable. Not the most stable, and we took it to 25. We could do that all day if we wanted, but that's not what we're not trying to go for the easy thing, man. We're trying to go for the fast, hard thing. Tell me what you want, if you're gonna be mine. You know. I'll reset back here and do the yerba break that I was talking about. I need to eat. I need lunch, bro. I think that's all I'm gonna have time for before I pick up Chip from the airport and get the night's activities started. Lost in your body. Ooh. I swear he says daddy in this song. Cheers. Another one down. Alright. My stuff is like middle of the road, not too crazy, but I definitely have some wild tracks. Ikra, I want to see your shit. Or hear your shit. Let's keep going. Let me look and see how long we've been running the stream for. It looks like we're at 1 hour and 43. I'm gonna have to take off soon-ish. But we got time for a few more runs. I do want to do one really good run of the full course before we leave, just to see if we found any improvements anywhere. Don't get too rusty on other parts of the course from working one too much, you know. Alright, full speed, turn it. It was almost good, but like I turned it hard to try to make up for how my positioning wasn't great, but we'll bring it back. Try to take out all my wisdom teeth. I'll be honest, just now I was putting more thought into that parody line than than onto the track itself. Oh man, there's a thing in racing. It's a very real risk. I've been warned about it significantly. Called brain fade, where your head just starts going elsewhere. It's a problem for endurance racers a lot, but it can happen to anybody. Like, you just start getting tired, and you don't notice it until you start making stupid mistakes, and you're like, what the fuck? Alright. So late yesterday, I was running this with my buddy Brandon. Shout out my buddy Brandon. He used to be a DJ. He's still a good DJ. He just doesn't want to admit it. But we worked out a couple of things while we were just like kind of kicking it. He was like doing some stuff in the passenger seat, and I was just driving, you know. We worked out a few things. See how beautiful that beautiful is? That was so smooth. This right here, we got more solid on that. Not perfectly though. Earlier in the stream, I kept biffing it real bad. This one, I'm just feeling it out. I'm not. That one I don't have dialed in. We always hit that one at 58 seconds when we do it best. I know I can do better on that one. Better than 58 even. But we'll take it for now. We're working this segment. Alright, flip this one out and turn it. Damn, dude. Okay. Rough as shit. But our collisions are less catastrophic than they were. I want to see if we can get down to just something that doesn't involve me having to hit the brake, you know? Like, can I survive it even if I am going slower, just without using the brake? Because when I use the brake, I tend to scrub a ton of speed, and I don't want that to be a constant handicap for my runs. Because it works, like, it's the stable thing, but it's a slow thing. Start this out. My steering was really light on the entry, and I think it needed to be really hard on the entry. See, normal corner, you could light on the entry and then progressively grow the depth of your steering, but you can't do that here because we have an air gap there. Call in motion sickness. Appropriate song for this kind of stream. These 4 letters are always controlling me. Holy shit, that's an early ass turn. That one was almost good. All that shit Gnarls bark, you know what I'm saying? It was early as shit. When you're stressing about stressing.
Success.
throat is so clogged up I can barely produce a note. Good thing I'm not a singer. Alright, out, stable, in. Holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. Yeah, dude, that might actually be the move. So I think the last thing we gotta work on is, like, we're starting to get the entry stable. Basically, if we start the car really far out on the track, we'll make it, right? If we cut it too shallow, we're not making it no matter what we do. There's no way to save it. Because similar to how you can't change your turning angle once you're in the air, you also can't slow the car any more than the air resistance is already doing. So we can't save ourselves if we like fuck it up, kind of thing. But if we have everything dialed in now, except for one last piece, that last piece is going to be the strength of our steering input. So like, let me try and position it good, get a good speed. Out, stable, down, turn. Yeah. Okay, so if we practice that a couple of times, and we angle that really good, like nice and deep, nice and early, and we don't clip the inside barrier like we just did, we might have a winner, guys. I feel like that guy who got 5,000 I rating just from like taking this one car, one track, one single corner, and then just constantly working it for like a season or something. Just like weeks of practice on just one corner. And he became so amazing at racing that track because nobody else worked that corner. And it was like one of these hardest hell ones. And that was in iRacing, like competitive sim racing software. Alright, outside stable. Not stable. Cause I'm looking straight. Ooh. Sheepy girls singing. I love this part of the B&B, or the B2B. Just mix, man, it was just so fucking fun. Can't wait for the next one. AG, where you at? Let's do it, man. Come on, man, let's do another liquid back to back. Let's get the people all excited. Let's give them what they want. The people want. I'm the people. I want. Alright, lock in. Stable, out, stable, in, turn it. Yeah. Alright, how fast were we going that time? Alright, I'm kind of believing it. I could do 2 to make it true. But let me practice the rest of the course once, come back, do it live. I want to see what kind of time we can post. We gotta be coming up on the 2-hour mark soon, so I gotta make the stream worth it somehow. Sorry for the bar fee. Man, where the hell are we now? How did we get here? I don't think we can get back on the course from here, guys. Oh. Wait, this is one of the car parks, right? Like, one of the cars is here? I don't see any of the respawn pillars. I don't think that is. Alright, let's respawn. We'll go back, reset, and we'll do a rail run. I'll do it from cold, too. Like, I'm not even gonna, like, back up the car and all that. Oh god, what's going on? Hold on. Having trouble positioning myself. Here, I'll give you a better look at the track. Alright. Let's go. Alright, we're gonna start pretty cold at 125 kilometers an hour. Giving up some time on the board with that one, but I don't think this first one's gonna be a good one, you know? So we'll do one just to complete the track, remind ourselves where everything is. We're gonna be LARPing that we're warming up our tires right now. I don't think VRChat driving worlds have tire temperatures. No tire wear, thankfully, because we beat the hell out of these. Yeah, smooth throttle input really helps with that turn. Oh. Holy fucking no. Anyway. You didn't see that. That buffoonery cost us 13.5 seconds off of an already shit time on the board. What the hell? Alright, let's practice it. It's like when a guitar player is like practicing a riff or a solo, and then like they gotta practice it with the rest of the song. That's what I'm doing right now. We're practicing this corner now with the rest of the track. Turn it. Oh. Yeah, there's legit a sweet spot for the steering to do it that way. Like this strategy, there's a sweet spot to do it. I think it's the steering and the track placement when you're entering the corner that makes the difference there. Because throttle being full, like obviously we get the speed that we're after, and we get the balance of the car is locked in. You know, there's no variability there, so we're all good. This one, I feel like this carousel turn here. I always call this the carousel. Look at it. This is, it's like the Sonoma Raceway's carousel. I feel like smooth throttle input is important on that one. I'm not totally sure why, but every time I have a problem on that one, I'm going full throttle from entry to exit, or rather entry to crash. And every time I ease on the throttle as it goes, like it's a lot more stable. And I haven't been looking at my speed through there, but I'm thinking I probably just like lose speed, and that might be like just the thing that helps to keep that stable. But I'm thinking I might come back and work that corner another time. Work it like a working girl. Fucking work the corner. Why did I say that? That's so fucked up. Sheepy girls are wholesome. I'm a sheepy girl. I am wholesome. Not me. Good tune. Alright, it's finished clean. And then we'll do another one. I'm gonna pull this space over a little bit. I did that kind of goofy. That one's goofy. Okay, drop speed. Pick it up. My steering hand is now hurting. Like, that's partly why I wanted to end this at the 2-hour mark. Because I knew I was going to start mechanically failing. Alright, so this is now a throwaway run because of that shit, but we'll use it to practice the corner again. celebrating all night. Oops, gotta keep that on the inside. Come on, unstall yourself. Alright, practice run number 2, and then maybe we'll get one clean run out of this before the stream is done. We'll see, guys, we'll see. Stable through here, switch your focus, a lot of speed, carry it forward, out, stable, turn. I hate to say it, but it might be that like we're not gonna stick it anytime soon. Like we might have to just intentionally drop speed. I think we took that one at like 245 or 250 kilometers an hour. We're definitely approaching it faster than that. And I scrubbed speed so that we could stabilize it, you know? But I think we might have to actually bring down our entry speed. And I really don't want to, but I think we've kind of worked out a technique, but we haven't been able to replicate it. So we're not out the woods, we haven't totally improved, we've just tried a lot of stuff. Didn't mean to fuck up my steering there. Or there. Oh man. Ugh, that was an intentional crash. I'm having to wave my wrist out. It's so stiff right now. How much you wanna bet, like, I come back later, like I do a late night stream or something? Because I never stream at night. Like, what if I come back and do a late night stream after, like, resting on this a little bit? And then we just, like, fucking stick it? Wouldn't that be the funniest thing? It's like skaters whenever they're spending ages at the skate park, they're hammering one trick, you know? And then, like, they can't totally stick it, and then they like take a break, get water, come back, and then they do it first try, and then they do it every time after that. You know, that actually happened with guitar playing for me back in the day, now that I think about it. Like you'd work on a lick for ages and ages and ages, you'd play until your hand cramps up and you get all frustrated and shit, and then you leave, get dinner, and then you come back to it. Or you sleep on it, come back to it the next day, and it's like, wow, I literally can do this every single time now. But you gotta put in the work. That's what's gonna happen here, man. Alright, just about done with this last practice lap. I'm gonna do one clean lap. I'm gonna attempt it clean. If my stiff wrist will allow me one more attempt. And then we'll call it a day. Alright, keep it out. No, we still got it, still got it. I still believe. God fucking damn it. My head's going elsewhere, dude. That's alright, we're still gonna bring it home, man. Meant to keep the steering to the right there, not wobble it right then left. Here, keep it in. Nice, okay. Everything's easier when you're going slower. I always forget that corner there. We actually don't need to lose that much speed. It's pretty fast. Alright, my hand's actually hurting and my wrist is stiff, so we're gonna try this. But I don't know, man. We'll see. Oh no. Oh, that doesn't bode well. Yeah, we'll build it back. Alright. Try to hit it to 35, 38. Ah, we almost had it. At that speed, I guess I don't need to hit it so deep, but yeah, I couldn't be a contender today. But hey, it's about lunchtime. Chip's gonna be landing at the airport soonish. Oh man. That right there is a summary of the stream today. Just, oh man. But we practiced some things, so at least we know what things don't work in that turn. And we got to dial in some stuff that we practiced last night with Brandon off stream. Including that. Can't pick up the speed when you're going up the hill like that. You gotta be silent. Alright, we're gonna bring this home and then I think that'll be it. What should I be eating though? I'm kind of feeling a salad, but I think my body needs something really hearty. Because I'm still getting over sickness. So my body needs great care. My shit's all scratched up now. I think that's the way to take that turn right there. Real smooth drift, keep it on the inside, straighten it right out. On the exit, actually smooth. Picnic booth. I actually quite like that turn. Whoops. Sorry, guys. I don't think we're bringing it home, guys. Here, this is a good place to end it. This is a good POV to end it. This will be the thumbnail for the next one, too. I'll be like, hey. Oop, grabbed my hair. All right, let's call it a day here. We're not gonna get to the end of the mix, but so be it. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Ooh, let me look at the chat. Ooh. Oh, it looks like the chatters have not been yappers. But hey, excuse me. It's good doing a little practice stream. We're gonna do another one real soon. Probably gonna be doing more of the full track runs. Now that we've worked out a bunch of stuff that does and doesn't work with that corner, we're just gonna do it full track, and we'll just figure out something that we can do time after time. All right, see you in the next one. I'm gonna try and leave the audio up with the mix as our outro, because usually I have the outro BGM. Let me switch over to it real quick. See if I can keep it. There we go. Instead of calling this stream faster on Hiroshima Expressway, it probably should have been car flipper simulator.